that I knew did not step up. Get your lies straight. You are a liar. Try to play with me.
Ain't nobody playing with you.
Because I'm still her. Don't forget that.
And it's pertaining to what men need from their wives. The reason why I'm talking about this is because I came across a video on Instagram that seems to be repeating. And it's that of a woman speaking from a very strong standpoint, addressing the fact that she has to court her man. I did not watch the entire video. I can't speak to the entirety of what the video contained. I'm only speaking from a small clip or a portion of the video. Please forgive me if I'm wrong on any of my assumptions, but this is what I've noticed that's repeating among women that I think that needs to be addressed. From an older woman trying to teach younger women how to love their husbands. So let's get into it. So ladies, what I've come across, what I've heard and what I've experienced and what I've come across from so many young ladies is that of men being sassy or feminine or wanting to be courted, wanting to be treated like the queen and so on and so forth. And I do think those are valid arguments. That's something that we are facing today in this particular climate. However, the video that I came across didn't seem like it fit that category. It didn't seem like it was quite what is being said about men and wanting to be courted. So I'm going to share that video with you first, and then I'm going to get into my points and why I think that as women, this needs to be a wake-up call for us.
For my birthday in St. Louis, I felt that you want to give me the time and attention that I needed. I told you we should just become friends because it seemed like that you weren't showing me no interest.
You wanted me to court you and woo you like it was my girlfriend.
I never did want to do that.
Yes,
you just saying that, don't you?
That's real talk.
You can have that.
That's
okay.
real talk.
Okay.
A man that I knew did not step up.
I'm guilty for what I did, but it was after you.
It was not after me.
It was after you.
Get your lies straight. You are a liar. Don't play with me.
Ain't nobody playing with you.
Because I'm still her. Don't forget that.
I'm still here.
So that is quite interesting. So first of all, apparently there's a lot going on here. He felt like she didn't show up for him on his birthday, and her first instinct or her first response is, oh, you want me to court you like you're my girlfriend. Why is that her response? I could not understand it myself. So then I began to just ask the questions. So if a man wants time, he wants attention, he wants to feel special, then he's the girlfriend. So a man can't want time and attention and to be treated specially. He can't want that. Make it make sense. I thought that was the whole point of a relationship. You see someone, they're different, they're unique. You can't stop thinking about them. You want to spend time with them. You want to go out. They're special to you. They hold a special place in your life. I thought that was the point of the relationship. So when she says, oh, you want me to court you like my girlfriend, I didn't understand the comment. I didn't understand why she was saying it. It just felt more like she was angry and upset, and she wanted to poke at him. She wanted to make him feel less than. She wanted him to make him feel guilty that he wanted those things. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with a man wanting attention from his woman, from his wife. I just don't understand that. And there's no way that you ladies out there should think otherwise. I don't understand the point of a relationship if you're not giving someone your time and your attention and treating them like they're special. They're unique. They're different than everyone else out there. They absolutely should be different.
Guys, you do not have to do it alone. You do not have to struggle. Reach out to me, aprilmbakop.com. Married for 25 years. I'm here as your wife coach to help you through the tough spots. Just schedule your call with me. We'll take it from there.
When you consider it and you think about our sons, do we not give our sons time? Do we not give our sons attention? Do we not make them feel special? Do we not applaud them? So is it that we only do that when our sons are boys? But once they become a man, they should not expect that from their wife. I have a son. I absolutely want him to find a woman that's going to give him the time and the attention and treat him like he's special, because he is. I raised him that way. I applauded his every effort. I attended his every activity and event. I encouraged him. He had my undivided attention at times. I absolutely gave him that. And I don't want it to stop just because he's no longer a boy. Just because he becomes a man. Now he should do away with those desires, with those needs. Absolutely not. Someone should come after me for my son and be absolutely, like, he should have their undivided attention. He should have their all and their applause and their absolutely. So I didn't understand that first statement that she made. No, he is not your girlfriend. Or no, he is not the girlfriend. But he absolutely needs that. Absolutely. And there is nothing you should be doing that's so much more important. What was she doing that kept her so busy, so preoccupied that she could not give this man adequate amount of time? I would really like to know the answer to that question. Now, that was the first part. I was just appalled for him. The second part is, okay, you're still that girl. And this means what? This reminds me of women poking a man, thinking they're so big and bad. And then when that man shows them his real strength, then they're, I can't believe he did this to me. I can't believe. What did you think was going to happen when you tried to go head to head with a man? What are you expecting? I don't understand that. Why are you trying to be stronger than the man? Why are you challenging him in such a way? Why are you still that girl? What is this girl? What does she do? What does that even mean? It means absolutely nothing. If you're stronger than him, you should be using that strength to support him. You should be using that strength to protect him. And then the first instincts, I'm sure anyone watching this video, it's not my job to protect him. It's not my job. He's supposed to be protecting me. It's not my job. I'm not supposed to be supporting him. He's supposed to be. Ladies, come on. It's two different kinds of support coming from a man and coming from a woman. The man does his kind and the woman does hers. How do we support our man? By simply applauding him, encouraging him, uplifting him, acknowledging him, spending time with him. That's how we support. That's how we lift them up. That's how we protect them. We don't let anyone talk bad about them. We don't let anyone call them out of their name. We don't let anyone speak negatively about them. That's our protection. We use our mouth. She used her mouth to tear that man down. She wanted to cut, slice, and dice him. She wanted to kill him with her words. And that's certainly what they do. What is the outcome? What is the point? What do you want once this conversation is over? You want him to feel like, yeah, I got you. I tore you down. I stepped on you. And then what did you win? Nothing. This woman won nothing. And to be honest, she looks absolutely ridiculous. Beautiful face, had her hair laid, bust down, whatever, however the terminology goes. Sitting nice, outfit on, just everything on point. But the words that are coming out of your mouth is what defiled everything. It's what made everything look absolutely ugly. It makes absolutely no sense that you would challenge and you would cut him down in such a way. What was accomplished? This must stop. We must understand the power of our words and the power that it holds in our relationships, whether it can build or whether it can tear someone down. Tear down and destroy. If that man had faith in that relationship, she destroyed that. If that man had faith in her, if that man was looking forward to anything with her, she destroyed that. If that man was considering her, she destroyed that. I don't need a man anyway. Oh, then you should have just left. Don't destroy a man for the next woman. Be kind enough to know that, you're not for me. Let me just bow out. You don't have to tear him down on your way. Men have enough to deal with before even have enough to deal with. So I think that she accomplished absolutely nothing but tearing down that man, tearing down their relationship, tearing down anything they would have built from any length of time. She just would have torn it all down. And that's what we must begin to understand. Our words can either build or tear down or destroy. With our very mouths, we can set the world ablaze, on fire. And with the same mouth, we can heal. So that's the second point I want to make about this particular video. This was a multi-level, mind-boggling exchange that I could not believe myself. I could not believe that women speak this way to their men. My third point. Okay, so first, you don't want to give him his time and his attention. He's not sure. He's not the girlfriend. You're the girlfriend. And then you're gonna, I'm that girl. You don't want to play with me because I'm big and I'm bad and you should be scared of me, but then lastly, what is the objective of the relationship? Is it what's happening? This is a prime example of being in a relationship with no purpose. It didn't look like there was a purpose to me. You should have a purpose when you're with someone. You should have a purpose, a goal. You should be working towards something. If you had a purpose or a goal, you would not have talked to that man that way. If there was a purpose and a goal and you were working towards something, you absolutely had a vision of something in the horizon, you would not have jeopardized that by saying any old thing. You would not. So I know that it's a pointless relationship. And this is one of the reasons why I say you both have to be in your marriage or in the relationship with the right goal, the right intentions, the right mindset, the right purpose. Because if you're not, one person is working towards one thing and the other person is working towards something completely different, and there will be no meeting of the minds. There would be no combining. There would be no immersion. There would just be a lot of work, a lot of chaos, a lot of unmet expectations, a lot of unhappiness. But again, just speaking about our words and tearing our men down, we must absolutely stop. This is the most horrendous thing we can do. And that's why one of the things I'm going to be sharing with you ladies is my house of words material that I have for you to help you better establish your relationships and your marriage and contribute to your overall outcome in your marriage. House of Words, look for that. It's coming up. But nevertheless, let me continue this particular video. But without a vision, we perish. This woman, she must not have had any vision, any real future for this relationship, for her to talk to this man in this way. She could not have been thinking of the future. She could not have been thinking about how it was going to impact her, impact him, and the overall outcome. She was literally setting her world ablaze. Looking him dead in his eye, I saw absolutely no reverence. I saw absolutely no adoration. I saw no admiration, no respect. I saw absolutely none of those things from her towards him. And if you don't have that for this man, then maybe this man is not for you. So maybe you go out and find a man that you absolutely can adore, you absolutely can look up to and be impressed with and respect. But not everyone should get the lashing of our tongues. Not everyone should get us talking so carelessly. I implore you ladies to be more mindful about how you're talking about people and how you're talking to your husbands and your spouses, the things that you are saying and the things you are implying. Because I absolutely do not see any benefits to this particular conversation. Let me know what you guys think. If you feel that she was justified. Again, I did not see the entire video. It was just a clip. It was a point in their timeline. And I just felt like this particular clip said a lot about the overall mindset of the two individuals. Now, I do not know what this man did. And I'm not trying to imply that he is perfect. But as the older woman teaching the younger women how to love their husbands, I'm only talking to the women about how we can be different and we can do better. And the objective is, through our conversation, we will win our husbands. We will be that example sometimes. We will be that conviction that they need for growth, for overcoming. And we will begin to experience that sweet taste of marriage once we have finally overcome. But we must get there, and sometimes we have to be the example. Sometimes we have to be that fort, that stronghold. Sometimes we have to be that constant that the man needs to finally grasp and overcome whatever it is that he may be trying to overcome or trying to anchor in his life, that he can finally see more clearly. We are often used as advisors or sounding voices for our husbands. So let's be that on a consistent basis. Let's be that so that we can finally get to that sweet place that we desire as women from our men. So that's all I have to say about that. I hope that you understand my perspective and where I'm coming from. I would love to hear what your thoughts are. Do you think that women should speak this way? Are you a woman and you talk this way? You don't see anything wrong with it? Let me know in the comments. If you think that, oh, it's justified, these men are, or if I'm going to get a whole bunch of comments about how, oh, you say that, but these men are not worth it. What do we do? Do we continue to complain? Do we continue to say the egg before the chicken? Do we continue to wait for them? Why would we? We did not wait for them. We went ahead. We went and got our money. We got our bag. We secured the bag. We're not waiting for these men. We went and got our money. We're not waiting for these men. We're going to have our baby anyway. We're going to raise our children, blah, 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 blah. If we're going to do all of that for all these other things that we deem are important, is this man not important? Is this man not worthy enough for us to show him the way? Why is money valid? Why are children valid? Why is that career? Why is getting that house? Why are all these other material things important enough for us to go out there and get it? For us to do whatever it takes? For us to sacrifice ourselves? Why can't we do that for those things and we cannot sacrifice ourselves and we cannot help our husbands? We cannot help these men out of these slums and out of these strongholds and out of these curses and out of these things so that we can finally get to the place of happiness together. We absolutely can. We just have to want it, just like we want all those other things. So I implore you ladies, think about it, consider my point, but I also want to hear from you. Let me know in the comments how you feel about it. Let me know, do you think that you should give this man, you should give your husband time, attention, affection, you should court him as the woman was saying? Do you really see it as courting? Or is it just simple exchange in a relationship? A simple, hey, if I'm calling you, you got to answer. That means you're giving me your time just like I'm giving you mine. If I'm pulling up to see you, you got to open the door. I got to give you my time and you got to give me yours. Is it not reasonable to ask? Let me hear from you ladies. That's all I have to say for now. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye-bye now.